Hi guys, welcome back to Farming with Dylan. So today we're going to be dipping our goats, and that's our dip from Agricura. It's called Sentinel 15 EC, and that's my knapsack and the 20-liter bottle of water that I'll be using today. We obviously have to measure everything, guys. We don't want to burn the goats. We always have to measure firstly and read the instructions. So I had to put the bottle back and let the goats pass. We wanted to get them in a closed environment, in a small environment, which would allow us to handle them easily and safely. The goats are fairly looking nice, guys. The pastures are looking nice. The pastures are just good for the goats. It's the rainy season, so there's fresh new grass and it has a lot of nutrients. So they're really, really looking nice. As you can see, they're running around, they're energized, and that's a good sign. You don't want to see them just lying around the place, not being energized. So then there's me putting the water in the knapsack. 16 liters for the whole herd, but I put a lot of water, so I got carried away and I had to throw away the rest. So that's me now measuring first. So we obviously have to make sure that we measure first before we do anything, guys. We have to use the correct measurements depending on the herd size. It will obviously differ from one farmer to the next farmer depending on the herd size. So we just use the measurements that apply to our herd, and that's me making sure that every drop gets in the knapsack. We don't want to lose any drop, guys. Every drop counts. So close your bottles, make sure everything's clean, and that's how the chemical looks when you mix it with the water. And then we had to put the goats in a different side of the pen. We split them into 3 groups so that they're easier to work with. So we put on the left far side where we barricaded the other side. So then now, as you can see, we're closing the other side so that they don't mix, and we'll be able to work with a few goats at a time. So that's me just making sure that knapsack is working perfectly, and as you can see, it's working. And that's how you do it. Just make sure you get every part of the body, especially the closed parts, like under the udder and under the legs. Make sure you get everything, guys, and don't be shy. Just make sure you get every goat. So right now I think the group is like 20 goats or less, so it's easier to handle and easier to see if you've missed a few ones. So just make sure you get every goat, and you can tell from the fur. If you spray it well, the fur gets wet, so you can tell that the goat's wet. And even the head, guys, make sure you put the chemical in the head, because most of the ticks then hide under the horns, and some of them run away. As you can see, it's trying to run away, and you just have to bring them back because you don't want to miss any, because if you do that, then the goats will be affected by the ticks. And then that's the goat. It had an overgrown hoof, and we're trying to use a knife to cut it, but the knife wasn't sharp enough, I think. So then we decided to use a hacksaw, which is a bit more efficient. The hacksaw was just the right tool for the job. It was quick, it did the job. So when you're cutting these hoofs, guys, be careful, don't hurt the goats. Always make sure the goat's in the right position and not lying on the ground in a position